I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. First in, my beautiful girl. Hi, Bree. I miss you. Ready for the next bus ride? Yes, we are. Charles McClellan, good to see you, good sir. Got a cool gift that was sent to me. I'm gonna spicy, and oh, I can't get any of it, but I'm gonna eat it to share it with you guys. Sort of share it with you guys. Dizzy Dragon, good to see you. Emmanuel Pinheiro, hello. Mr. Wolf, good to see you. All right, I had so much fun last night on the one hot minute. Are you kidding? That was such a good time. The more you think about it, the more you know that the spontaneity of it is what makes that so exciting. If I told my kids when they were little what night I was going to wake them up for movie night, they wouldn't have fallen asleep. It would have been as exciting. Ace, good to see you. I'm great. Thanks for asking. Ads. Real deal. Good to see you. It was fun last night. Blake Richardson, good to see you. Jason P, hello. Look what I got. How good does that look? I'm going to wait a little bit because the person who sent it to me is going to be joining us. Sean Wolf, good to see you. I'm good. I hope you are. Joshua Anzer is good to see you from New Mexico. I'm great. Thanks for joining us. Chili Phil, good to see you. I'm glad you like spicy food, Emmanuel. You're with us all the time. I figured you would. That's excellent. Mr. Boressa, first time catching the live. Thank you so much for being here with your bus. Thank you for all of the bus riders. Appreciate it greatly. There will be a bus pass video tomorrow. Sharon Chandler, good to see you, girl. Thanks for being here. Mr. Ray, almost have I almost have everything I want to send you. You're too kind, Mr. Ray. Jason P. There's Jeff Remmert. Good to see you. All right, he's the person who sent me these pickles. I'm going to eat them in just a few minutes. I want to say hi to everybody first, though. I like the Carolina Reaper, Manuel says. It's not Uncle Bullcow's. Jeff Remmert. These were made with Deadpool and Remmert peppers, and his wife Amanda's recipe for the pickles. So it's kind of like bread and butter pickles with that going on inside it. Just gorgeous. Wyoming Tree Planter, good to see you. Thanks for coming back again. Charlie, Mary, good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. How's mom doing, dude? It's been a while since we've heard. I hope she's good. Robert, RS, good to see you. Thanks for being here. It's G Marty. Hot Minute Monday, not tonight, but boy, that was so much fun. And what a great name, One Hot Minute. I love it. You the man, DTM. Hey, Johnny, good to see you. Well, I hope you're well from Dan in New Zealand. Man, I love New Zealand. I had so much fun there. Mario Jackson, thank you for being here. Thank you for getting that bus pass. Looks so good on you. Bizzle 636 with his yellow bus. Hey, all bus driver, love you here. I love that you're here, dude. You're a good man. You can far. There you go. Good to see you. I would have fallen for that one in season one. Blake Richardson, that looks really good. Doesn't it look great? Now I'm hungry, but I don't want to get up. Well, I'll give you time. Go ahead. We'll wait. She's doing really good. I get her neck brace off in a couple of weeks. Wonderful. That's good to hear. Mr. Wheelchair Preacher, good evening from NorCal. Thanks for being here. Dennis Brace, good to see you. Aaron Staples, good to see you. Happy Monday. Delvin Lucas, good to see you. Look at all these wonderful people that are here. So if you weren't here last night, we had this spontaneous group burn. And everybody, I think there were 66 of us, all ate something hot together. It was very, very cool. Tim, good to see you. Borella, good to see you. Jacob, Death Ridge, pepper season is upon us. I said that this morning in the video. I was like, you smell that? It's pepper season. It's just about here. For you, it is. Not for me yet. If you got when you get ready to send some stuff, you got to let me know, dude. I'm ready. I am the Noise Opera. Love you, man. Thanks for being here. All right, we're opening these things up. I don't know all the ingredients. Think bread and butter pickles, super hot. Hi, Scooby. Doc, good to see you. Jeff, you can smell the spice. Smell the heat. Just smells like bread and butter pickles. My mouth is watering. Ben, love the channel. Wish more people love like we do. Boy, right? There's a chili heads are special. Jeff Remmert, thank you for being here. Jeremy Bell, good to see you. And Rodeo from the UK, love your vids. Thank you for being here, man. All right, guys. For my friend Jeff, these aren't named. Here we go, Jeff. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is a live late night snack. Wow. Some of the spiciest pickles I've ever had. Brie. Brie would love these. I showed her the jar earlier. I haven't eaten yet. These are hot. If you were not a chili head, you wouldn't be eating these. Next time I'll whip these pickles out. I'll eat one of the peppers, but I haven't eaten anything yet today. That would be bad. Oh, they're delicious, Jeff. So good. For real. Oh. Uh-oh. Got some flatline on my hand last night. Needless to say, my hand is still warm. Isn't that weird how that happens? I worked with some really hot stuff, and you get it in your neck, and your joints here, and you think you got it off, and you take a shower, and you just catch on fire in the shower. Oh, Charles was overdoing Tom's 7-month lemon tincture earlier, and ate a tube of terra peanut. Put me over in a perfect endorphin rush. Nice. Ryan, good to see you. Cowboy candy on some crackers with cream cheese. Very, very good. Ben, good to see you. Make sure I say hi to everybody. Those pickles were so good. Metal Music, Maniac, good to see you. Would those be pizza pickles by chance? No, these pickles are made by Jeff Remmert. Corbin in the chat. Sporting a yellow bus. He made these, and they're amazing. Really, really good. Very spicy. I could have kept eating them. The mouth burn probably never got higher than like a 2, but that's amazing for pickles. For real. It's G Marty. Good to see you, man. Oh, those pickles are so good. I'm going to smash them more in a minute. Oh, sip the brine. Good call. Who said that? Tim. And all the seeds. Oh, this is gold right here. This is gold. For real. Oh. You have a bunch of people wanting those, Jeff. What's in the pickles? Doc, it's bread and butter pickles. All right. Think bread and butter pickles. You've had them. But then you have Remmert pods and Deadpool pods. These are Jeff Remmert created these peppers, and they're wicked hot, and it's just really, really good. What does that say? The kids are watching you on TV right now. Thanks, Jeff. Hi, guys. Yeah, Riverdale Gardens love good spicy pickles. I know Brie does a lot. Charlotte, there's Charlotte and Taylor. I see you on. You're funny, Charlotte. I love Charlotte. Charlotte's amazing. I've talked about Charlotte on here before. I'll just tell them. I don't really care. I've talked about you. She was the COVID nurse on the thing we shot every day, twice a day. So she was like my favorite. She told me something hilarious. I'm just going to say it because it's funny, Charlotte. I hope you don't mind. You ever see the post somebody would make? I'm the friend that you need to warn people about before you meet them. That's me. She got a file on me. Said he doesn't like taking tests because she had a test. So she was the first time. She's like, "All right, here we go. We got to get through this." I was nice, but we had a good laugh about it. In fact, I was talking to her tonight. Very funny. Sure. I hope you don't mind me telling that story. Mm, those pickles are good. That brine was lovely. I'll just leave the top off. It's probably the best thing to do. Old school from Germany. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. My thoughts on the YouTube channel. First, we feast. It's a great channel. It's been very important to the growth of the chili world. So I love them for that. You really taste the peppers in that, Jeff. Ben, it's a great show. Maybe one day I'll go. It's really funny. I'm not joking you. 3 weeks into the channel, people were saying, you should go on Hot Ones. So they've said it for a long time. Well played. Good to see you. Tolerance is up. Burning tears. First time experiencing that, Mr. Wheelchair Preacher. Isn't that something? That's a problem when you're a chiliad. Every time you cry, it's gonna, not only is your heart hurting, but your eyes are burning too. It's weird too. It's funny. The minute you wipe the tears away, you're good. But as they're coming out of your eyes, it burns like crazy. I told people that. Like I remember early on, like years and years ago, I did videos where I'm like, my eyes are burning. People are like, you touched your eyes. I'm like, no, I didn't. This is coming out. It's a strange feeling. The higher your tolerance gets, a lot of strange things will happen. It's interesting. Corey Coons, good to see you. Really, I really enjoy watching you show these peppers. Who's boss? Thank you, dude. The pickles are hot. They're delicious. They're incredible, actually. Now I have to chug that pickle juice. I sipped a little bit. I gotta eat something before I chug that. It's a challenge in of itself, but it's delicious. Are they hot to my standards? No, I could eat that whole jar. I mean, it'd probably give me cramps if I did, but I could easily. But they're spicy. They get your attention. Do you remember the Mad Dog 351 1 million tincture? What'd you think, Doc? You know what? I remember the 4, 6, and the 9 million. I don't really remember the one. I'm sorry. Chances are it's just a million. It's really the flavor of tincture like that. Like if you go from like the 4 million, the 6 million, and the 9 million, the flavor of that doesn't change. It's just the heat that's different. So if they got it right, it had a million. But the funny thing about those, a million on that feels worse. If you put like a toothpick in that, or some on a spoon and put it in your mouth and ate it, compared to a couple of drops of tincture, that's also a million. The extract is going to hurt you more. I'm just telling you. It's brutal. Lingers with you. Keith Lego. Good to see you. You would be a funny guest. Then you do double the sauce on the wings. Dizzy Dragon says. I don't know if I'd be a funny guest. I don't know. Thank you for saying that. Old school. Guess what? Today I was playing guitar with the guys. First time after my last attack of depression. Awesome feeling like a rock star. Very good old school. I was playing guitar literally 2 minutes before I went live. In fact, the amp is still plugged in. Because as soon as I'm done, I'm going to play some more. I probably would drink the bottles real deal. If I got on the show, I would have to do something outrageous, right? I have a reputation. How bad is it to touch your private parts after challenge if you forget to wash, Ben? You'll remember it. It's a lot more sensitive than any place else. It doesn't take a lot. Anybody who's been a chiliad for a while has had that happen. Yeah, it happens. It's tough. The whole experience, everything in the bathroom is weird when you're a real chiliad. Pee, you get fire hose. There's just a whole host of stuff in there. It's bad, Ben. Milk works. It says real deal. I use them for tolerance building. I do several levels of heat. These are 2 out of 5. Very good. 2 out of 5. Boy, the 5 would be piping hot then. I'm impressed. Valerius Dong, what's up? Just cooked some bacon, munching, and some Tabasco. Nice. Oh, you know what else? I can't get it. Send me some other cool stuff, but it's not near me. Jeff's my friend. He's a good dude. Old school, hard to stay alive. But if play it, please loud. I think that may have been a typo. I'm not sure. Not a bad question at all. People have questions. I'll be honest with you. As long as you phrase the question in such a way that it's not vulgar, I'll answer any question. Seb, LOL, it's bad, Ben, he says. It's not fun. Getting it in your eye is worse. Getting hot stuff in your eye, it's really bad. It just incapacitates you. How many times do you think I've had panic mode? Dennis Brace asks. I would say 2 times on video that you can see here. Probably a couple more times after that. There was once after one of the challenges I did of season 1, after the video was off, I should have filmed the aftermath of that. Oh my God. I thought I was dying. It was really bad. One of the worst ones. I don't remember. It was either the case of the hot sauce or the 70 grams of Bootla Flakes. One or the other. It was brutal. Do you know, guys, I have 480. Let me tell you how many I have. The actual number right now of challenges, it's getting kind of crazy. Dizzy can probably tell me how many challenges I've done. He sort of keeps track of stuff like that. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to the playlist. $487 challenges. We're approaching the 500th challenge. You know what I might do? I don't know what I'm going to do. Just thinking out loud. Just rewatched you attempting 4 tubes of terror 2.0. That was a rough one. Keith Lego, yeah, that was awful. Hurt my stomach a lot. Jeff is cooking ghost and cross with cayennes into my asparagus right now. I love asparagus, man. Love asparagus. Oh no, Valeria says he spit into the sink after doing drops of capsaicin. It was not fun when some flew back into my left eye. I sneezed once doing capsaicin. Like sneezed as I did it, it got my nasal cavity, doing tincture, and it just about killed me. Sparker, 68. Good to see you. I'm trying to nurse a Johnny Beard, but struggling to go from short to long. Any tips? It's just a rough stage you got to go through, man. The best tips is, look, you know what? I didn't know it was going to become a thing. I don't know that I would have, because now I kind of married to it. It's kind of my look. And, from a marketing point of view, and I want people to recognize me so the channel grows and I can do, just what life is all about. You want to do better. I kind of need it. If you saw me with that one, I look funny. It takes time. Sparker 68. How many competitions do you do a year? Not very many, Ben. I'm just when they pop up, I kind of go to them. Like this one I'm doing in June is invitational. They invited me. I would not have entered if they hadn't invited me. I'm not a contest guy. You know what I mean? But I bet in a lot. It just kind of works that way. Wyoming tree planter on my first batch of homemade habanero sauce. I didn't know about capsaicin on sensitive parts of my body. I found it the hard way. It was 96. Yep. Old school. Which song would you take with me? Be a hard one to choose. I don't know. I like a lot of music. I really do. Seb, looking forward to the next One Hot Minute with everybody. That was so much fun last night. It was great. Jacob Deathridge today moved 20 potted plants outside. On Saturday. That's awesome. Is there any hot sauces I just won't touch? Again? Or, I'm reluctant to try sauces that are, that have, truffle in it because I thought I used to like truffle. Now I don't. So I'm reluctant to try a sauce I know I'm not going to like because I don't just want to say bad things about a sauce. If I know I'm not going to like it, I'm not going to review it. You know what I mean? And like there's one sauce company in particular that I've tried a few of their sauces and I just don't like them. Since I've tried them, it's been many, many years. And maybe I've changed and I should probably give it a shot again. But there's only like one sauce company that I just will not touch. I don't want to say it because I don't want to disparage them. Hilarious. I love asparagus, but hate the rancid smell. Can I tell you something funny about that? Call me crazy. I just love asparagus. But yeah, I love food. I've said this before, but I love food that has a sense of humor. And man, asparagus has a sense of humor. It really does. After I've said this, you'll think about it next time. You'll giggle. Beans have a tremendous sense of humor. They're hilarious at a party. Beans are great, right? Peppers have a great sense of humor. Peppers are even funnier because they'll make you laugh today and you might even get a laugh tomorrow. So there are certain foods that have just a built-in sense of humor, and I love those. Asparagus is just one of them. It really is. Beets, another good example. Beets, great sense of humor. It just does. What's worse, asked Dennis, the surstroming or eating a lot of peppers challenge? Depends on who I'm doing this surstroming with. Because if somebody's like when I did it with Tommy, it was so much fun because it was killing him. You know what I mean? He was having a real struggle with it, so I really enjoyed that. So I don't know. Both of them were fun to me. EK, good to see you, dude. The Pocky Chip and the Carolina Reaper is done. What should I do next? More and hotter. I don't know, man. Go online, try the Tube of Terror. It's a good one. Johnny in Australia eating hot stuff with great white sharks would be cool. Would be good. You know what, real deal? I had a great idea to do, and Foy is like wicked against it because he's my business partner. I actually pitched the company that I was filming with, and they were like, meh. But it's a really good one. There's this place in the Caribbean where they've been hand feeding these great white sharks for like 3 generations. And these great sharks are not like, they aren't going to show up and bite an arm off. They're showing up to get the chum you're throwing in it. And at 3:00 at the same time every day, whatever the time it is, these sharks are starting to show up because they know it's time to eat. So you can get in there and swim with these sharks without a cage. And you can film this stuff. I would love to eat a pepper like with a great white shark and like touching the side of a great white shark while munching a pepper. I'm down for doing that. I totally would do that. But I'm trying to catch up on the chats. I've been slow. I'm sorry. Asparagus, beans, and cabbage. Cabbage is a funny thing. Do you know cabbage is one of the few vegetables that takes more. You'll burn more calories digesting it than you get from the calories from eating it. It's like eating rope. It's just really hard. Your body goes into overdrive to digest it. So there's this cabbage. I'm not making this up. There's a cabbage diet It's cabbage soup. You just cabbage soup, and you eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for like 10 days. Your weight will fall off, but you'll be starving. Even though you're eating all the time, you're starving because you're not really getting very many nutrients. But if two people if me and Jacob Deathridge got on a desert island together, and I was starving to death, I didn't have any food to eat, and he had cabbage soup, he'd probably die faster than if I was like foraging off of like fruit and stuff because you starve yourself by eating it. It's a pretty strange thing. George Heilman, can't stay long. Boy, it's good to see you, man. I had a green sauce made with jalapeno, jalapeño, and dill pickle to the Thai green curry ramen I had yesterday. Boy, that sounds awesome. Chef's kiss. That's what he meant by that. It sounds perfect, George. I love it. Remember when you had the yucateco sauce that you just heavily disliked? Is that the one I poured out? Yeah, the green. And it's really bad because I love El Yucateco. I love that company. I went to a show once and they said something about that. I'm like, go look at the other videos though. All the other ones I loved. I'm just really honest. But I think that's one of the few I poured out. Time to crack open some pepperoncinis. Sounds like a good deal, Valorius. Riverdale Gardens. River is doing her homework. She heard you say, she heard you, Johnny. She says, hi. Hello, River. Proud of you for doing your homework. You're responsible. That's great. Generative MIDI. Man, good to see you. I once had asparagus. I didn't eat any asparagus. Now, that's something interesting. There you go. Keith Lego, I wonder what a great white eats, Brother John, when he moves to Australia. I wonder if the shark would get cat cramps. Imagine if the shark ate me, be like, I'd be too spicy. He'd spit me out. He'd take one bite, he'd be like, ugh, foul. He wouldn't dig it. Carl Martin, oh man, good to see you, Carl. Hottest Carl's had is bird's eye. It's still a great chili, and you're still a chili head. You don't have to be eating super hot to be a chili head. Don't let anybody think you have to. You don't have to here anyway. I think you need to climb Mount Everest and eat your favorite pepper, Dennis Brace. You know what? If I was 15 years younger and didn't have a broken back, I would do that. But I've broken my back. I'm like put together with parts, and I'm sort of Frankensteinish. I'm kind of past my mountain climbing days. But metaphorically, tons of mountains for me to climb. But that would be fun, though, wouldn't it? Christopher Westcott forever will get kudos for coming up with the name One Hot Minute. That was so awesome. That was legendary, dude. Thank you. Lawn Dog, so good to see you. Johnny, I'm having a little bit of Hellfire's Shred Demon on my pizza. That's a great pizza sauce. That's a great company. George, have a great night, man. Thanks for being here. Enjoy that amazing food. You sound like you're a great cook, man. Mount Everest old school. Pickled bird's eye are awesome. Yes, they are, Valerius. Pickling asparagus. Jeff, you know what? That's so good. I've had that. I've had spicy pickled asparagus. One of my favorites of all time. If you do, let me know. Growing orange bird's eye peppers. You know, in bird's eye peppers in the Philippines, they call laboyo. That's what they call the bird's eye. So on this tattoo here, it's a bus. All the way down to my armpit. The guy with a guitar there, flaming wheels. And the wheels, if you put a black light on it, they light up. But right there on the license, no, where is it? Somewhere on the bus, it says Laboyo. Must be the license plate. It says Laboyo because that's their big pepper. There's a review where you just have a bag of bird's eye. Funny trivia. There's a review where you have. Is there really Dizzy Dragon? I don't remember that one. Is that from when I was in Philippines? Spatty, good to see you, man. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Blake Richardson, very funny. The 6-year-old of me wants to read that and giggle. Honest to God, it does. Mr. Ray Ray's never had one. They're nice. There's a review. Let's see. Christopher Westcott, thank you. You're welcome. May we enjoy them for a lot of years to come. I can't see how we won't. The spontaneous. Oh, man, I think it's fantastic. I'd like to do one on national TV. Everybody right now, I don't care where you are, like a live show. Stop. We're going to do it in 5. You have 5 minutes. Go get something. That would be so great to get a big audience doing that. Oh, that was so much fun. Spontaneity of it and everybody doing it together really made that fun. Can we see the screaming chimp's face? I think that's what it was. I'm not quite sure. You bet, Spatty. Makes you wonder how capsaicin works at different altitudes. Keep Lego. I know that cap cramps are a lot worse at 30,000 feet. I'll tell you that. I've had that mistake happen a few times. I don't know if they hit you quicker, but I know once they hit, they're awful. And you're stuck in a seat and you can't, I did it on a tarmac. I can't remember which one gave me stomach cramps. It may have been the one where I ate, like, I don't know, Biz, you can tell me, 2 or 3 chocolate covered Reapers. I don't remember, but I got calf cramps on the airplane because I hadn't eaten anything before that. Very foolish. 3 different bus colors in the group. You got red, orange, and yellow. You got it, Bizzle. Thank you, everybody that's got a bus pass, you guys. I appreciate it. And tomorrow, I don't think it'll be a live one, but we'll definitely be getting a video tomorrow, you guys. I might do a guitar for you guys. You definitely climbed the Pepper Mountain. A lot of people admire you. Thank you, Dennis Brace. You know what, though? I stand on the shoulders of legends. I didn't invent the community. I didn't invent anything. The format of my channel, I just watched other people and said, I can do that. I don't have anything fancy. There's nothing about this channel should, it's a miracle it still works. But thank you for saying that. But you got, like, Bill Moore inspired me. The Chili Beast inspired me. I'll tell you what, Neil is. Hang on one second. I can't remember Neil's last name. I'm drawing a blank. Give me just one split second. The second I see him, I feel like an idiot. Oh, it's not there. It's on my other one. One of the greatest palettes of anybody I've ever seen do a video. The guy's, he'll describe things like, please cut that out. That's not what I want. That's what I want. Not Neil. My problem is Nigel. Nigel Carter. Guys, he's from the UK originally, but so I watched those guys, and those guys really inspired me. Carl Martin, what's a bus pass? Only watch on YouTube. What is a bus pass? A bus pass is a thing. It's on YouTube where if you look at the channel down by the name Chase the Heat, there's a little tab that says join. If you click that, you get preview to a bunch of videos. There are 65 of them there right now and growing every week. And there are things like challenges and prep, stuff that you don't see on the regular channel, like preps and aftermaths. And I'm telling my story of why I am the way I am. So please don't judge me if you do that. It's $4.99 a month if you decide to. But thank you guys, everybody who does. Trying to catch up. I'm sorry I'm behind. Doc, have I had any more Pocky One chips since the last challenge I did? I ate one at the office. It was one of the newer ones. And it just didn't taste good. It wasn't very hot. I get the feeling I could eat 70 of them. You know what I mean? It would really be a rough challenge because it would cost a fortune. It would take a long time. Dizzy, I think that you did add something to the shoulders of giants. You had stuff that other people wouldn't be able to talk. Yes, that's my superpower. So your insights are even better. Thank you for saying that. You know what, though? Here's the thing. One of the big motivator in starting the channel is that most of the videos I watched, while they were kind of entertaining, they didn't, and I was a chili head, but they didn't leave me going, oh, I want to eat one of those. And I thought there was a way to show extreme heat and still make people want to do it. And that's kind of what I was shooting for, hopefully. It's G Marty. Email me at chasetheheat@gmail.com about your tubes of terror, and I will be on the phone with them in the morning. I won't be going to the office tomorrow. I got stuff to do here, but I will check with them. So email me at chasetheheat@gmail.com, and also send an email to, yeah, just send it to me. That'd be perfect. I'll take care of it. You ever been on the verge of passing out and almost losing vision and extreme endorphin dump, Valorius? No, not like I have the tunnel vision is starting to go out. Nothing like that. I've had some really rough ones though. Johnny and Roger are the two beasts of hot food. Lethal Wolf. Thank you for saying that, Lethal Wolf. Thank you for being here. Sorry for sounding daft. Thank you, buddy. When I come to the UK next year, what month is it? More than likely next year. I won't be able to do it this year, but next year I'll be in the UK for a period of time. I'm not sure how long, but it should happen. I've watched so many videos. I know what the next conversation bullet point before it happens. I believe it. You know, it's intimidating to have you watching. Like, he knows what I'm going to say. You should just take the helm and do it for me. There you go, Charles McCollum. Thank you. So let's talk 500th challenge. 500 individual tubes of Terra peanuts. Oh, that'd be brutal. I wonder how many peanuts I ate in the 10 tube challenge. Figure between 25 and 35 peanuts per tube, depending on size. So nowhere near 500. That would be brutal. Bill Moore, Brad FBI, Brad Bishop, Chili Beast, Chili Chunk, Mighty Mustache. Thank you, Jacob Deathridge, for putting him in that list. You know, FBI was a big motivator. Here's a true story. I don't think I've ever said it by name. This might surprise Dizzy Dragon. But when my little girl, my baby, was little, before about 6 months before I started the channel, I was watching him eat 2 chocolate bootlas. And it was hilarious. And I should have known better because I kind of know how his show went, but I wasn't thinking. I said, honey, come here, this is hilarious. And she was a little girl. She sat down next to me, and the second she sits down, he started swearing, said a couple F-bombs. I was like, I want to cover her ears, do the earmuff thing, but it was too late. I couldn't rewind it. And it bothered me that every single video the guy ever did, he threw up in. I thought that pushed more people away from ever wanting to eat a pepper than it did pull people in. So I was trying to undo what I saw. You know, it's kind of one of my motivators. Riverdale Gardens got dizzy a few seconds, about 3 minutes in eating Apocalypse Scorpion. Wow. I've been dizzy. No, don't get me wrong. I've been dizzy a few times. I had one aftermath. It's video. It's filmed. It's on the channel. Never got a lot of views, but I was in Belgium. It was right after the belt match with Shahina. And I was walking down a hallway. And when I tell you that I couldn't feel my feet hitting the floor, I'm telling you, I could not hear my feet hitting the floor. I couldn't feel them, couldn't hear them. It felt like I was floating down this hallway, and I got the chills, the worst chills. Some of you guys have never had that, but I got the worst, most unbelievable chills that I ever had, freezing to death. And I was way beyond dizzy in that one. That was amazing. That was a good one. Nigel Carter will always be my top number one. Yeah, for real, right? The guy's I was just talking to him 2 days ago. That's why I feel bad I called him Neil. 3 days ago I was talking to him. He's a good guy. I'll tell you what, if you look up the word like Renaissance man, if you Google it, there ought to be his picture. That dude is a Renaissance man. He's into birds and flowers and horticulture. I don't know if you know the kind of guitar tech he is. I saw a post. I've been friends with him for years. I saw a post he made on Facebook years ago showing 2 of Joe Bonamassa his guitars. He sends Joe Bonamassa does his work. He's a luthier beyond, like when you have a barn find, a guitar has been in a case for 50 years, or a 100-year-old guitar. He restores it and makes it look. He's just a genius. And when he describes what a pepper tastes like, he was a great motivator. Like, I was motivated from different people for different reasons. You know what I mean? With Nigel, I admired him that he would just eat the whole pod, and the way he was able to describe those flavors was so unbelievable to me. He was super motivating for me. Anyhow, it's strange when you get pins and needles, Valeria. So I remember, yeah, I've had some really good ones. I've had some where I've been like an 8 in pain, and it goes from 8, like really intense, just unbelievable pain, to like 1 in like literally a flip of a switch, just like that, a flip of a switch. All of a sudden, it's just gone. That's the strangest feeling. It really is. No offense, says Dizzy Dragon. You're a still a good top 1.5. It's just have extra nostalgia from Nigel. Man, me too. Don't get me wrong. The guy's a legend. I wouldn't argue that. In a pinch, so good to see you. Jazzle Dazzle, quest for greatness. Trying to build a spice tolerance. Appreciate all your content. Um, thank you. There's a video about building. If you go to the playlist, there's a video series about building your tolerance. Check that out. Maybe it'll help. 238, Carl in the UK. Here, work. I'm the morning, just found you. Got 6 years to get through. So addicted. This is Carl Martin. I've got issues, right? Right. Listen, if you got 6 years of videos to get through, if you watched one a day, it'll take you a dozen years to watch them all. That's if I quit making videos today. That's a lot of videos, man. That's dizzy. I had something in my eye, you guys. Hilarious. Matter of fact, you just got me in the mood for a cap rush. Bottoms up, fellas. Spatty, dark question. What would be my last meal? You know what? What I ate wouldn't be nearly as significant as who I got to eat it with. So I don't know. I don't know. If see, here's the thing. If I knew it was going to be my last meal, I wouldn't be able to eat. It's funny. Just today, I saw the thing. I clicked on it just because it caught my attention. This dude was executed. They smoked him for doing something very terrible. Anyway, his last meal was 29,000 calories. It was the equivalent of a week's worth of calories. That was his last meal. I'm not laughing. If you saw the list of stuff he ate, like 2 pizzas, 2 pints of ice cream, if you saw the stuff, the most ridiculous amount of stuff he ate, they put him on the gurney an hour after he ate. Now you tell me that, I mean, you really got to be at peace to be able to put food away like that, knowing that you're not, Tom Broom, do you miss anything good? Always. This has been the most electric live stream that's ever happened. Nah. Glad you're here, though. Nigel gave greatly worded reviews. Bill Moore had similar ability of speaking through the burn, fire breathing, the latest pepper scoops. Brad was just fun to watch. Brad really is great. Isn't Brad funny as could be? Sad that he just disappeared from Peppers, but boy, he was a huge motivator. That's a great way to describe it all, though. Those are good, pretty good. I would say that's a good assessment. A super hot chase to eat pizza would be great, like fresh made frozen pizza and reheated at home. Yeah, the problem with that is shipping anything frozen adds so many complications in the making, the how the a lot of additional issues you got to contend with. And right now we're not. We'd have to kind of big shift. We thought about doing some ice cream and some other stuff, but it'd be tough. Tom Broom, the man, the myth, the legend. You got that right. Oh, and Neil Smith was yeah, right. I can't believe Neil Smith was really the first one. He was I watched him for so long. I watched probably every one of his videos. Meeting him, I can't tell you what an amazing thing that was. That was like, and what an amazing down to earth guy that guy is. Tom Broom, if I had to eat a last meal, I'd have it with you at the Brazilian Steakhouse. Wouldn't that be great, Tom? Would you be able to eat a meal though if you knew it was going to be your last? If you just got lucky, like if you and I had lunch on your birthday and that happened to be my last meal, it would have been a hell of a last meal. But if they said you're going to go have your last meal, would you be able to eat anything? I'd be like, I'll tap out. I'm good. I'm not hungry. I don't know, man. Lethal Wolf. So, who would your last meal be with if you had a choice? Anybody in history? My dad. I'm probably saying that right now because he's not with me anymore, and I would do anything to have another meal with my dad. I'm not. There could be some other amazing people through the years I'd like to meet, but I miss my dad a lot. I feel like we got a similar pepper upbringing, says Dizzy Dragon. I hope this year you go bigger and hotter this year, Tom. I hope so too. I know he's going to real deal. I know his secrets. I know a project he's working on. In a pinch, anybody ever try every way in the world to reach out, but it's like the doors are just shut silence? I hate that. Did I miss some of your comments? I hope I didn't. Sorry, in a pinch. It's a tough life. You know what? The world's not an easy place. Dexter, what would that be called? Your last dad meal, right? There you go. I miss my dad as well, Lethal Wolf. Have ever considered making a Discord server, Facebook group, etc.? You know what? I actually entertained the thought about starting a Facebook group, and you know what? A friend of mine did and called it "Chase the Heat," but he didn't do it with my permission. And I was like, when he did it, I was like, I'm not sure I'm okay with this. I've known the guy for 20 years, but I'm like, I'm not sure I'm okay with you doing this, because I can't approve everybody that's being in there, and I have to monitor. My name's on it. If somebody posts something or something bad happens in that group, it's a reflection of me. He's like, I'll take care of it, and it was just very, very difficult. And a couple of things happened in the group. I needed to get away from there. I didn't want my name to be a part of it. And the only way I could do is if I monitor it myself full time all the time. It would be a difficult thing to do. Too busy as it is. My 7-year-old daughter Tegan tried hot sauce for the first time. She's officially on the bus. That's so cool, Tegan. That's awesome, Pepper. Um, I know I'll be the rare one on this, but please don't do groups. They always devolve into madness. Yeah, I've always avoided them. I really have, man. Every one of them. Brian Woods, the USMC brothers send a Navy medic, and the Navy medic says, "Love your show, Semper Fi, hoorah, hoorah!" Listen, you know what? Thank you so much for your service. That means more than you know. Thank you for what you do. Huge sacrifice, Brian Woods, and thank you, the brothers and the Navy medic. Very cool. Thanks for being here. I would love to see my dad again, but he's from another era, and I think we may end up fighting. Sorry, Sparker, that's brutal. The life broke. There's my brother Tommy. Tommy Scoble on the bus. Yeah, Tommy's gonna do a Surstroming video again. We're gonna do another Surstroming video when he gets 4,000 followers on the lifeboat. So if you haven't got in the lifeboat yet, in the bottom of this video after it's uploaded, you'll see right there. You're gonna see a little, or there. I'm not sure where it appears, but you'll see a little logo for him. There it is right there. That's his logo. Please check it out. It's a great channel, doing great things. For real. She drew a big mama's. She drew a big mustard, a big mama mustard plant from her homework for her homework. That's awesome, Tegan. How about that for homework from a 7-year-old? Draws a big mustard mama. That's so cool. Charles McClellan. Dad was Brian was my dad was in the Marines and I was in the Air Force. Thank you for your service, Charles. For real, and anybody listening, thank you. Can't wait to see that. That was the best laugh I ever had, Keith Lego. Yeah, it's gonna happen. You know how funny that is? I had more fun. I can't begin to even tell you how much fun I had watching him suffer through that. I'd already done it a half a dozen times, so it was bad. It was no fun, but just watching him. In the very same way, don't get mad at me, Tommy. In the very same way, if you and I were going to do it with Sister Scoville, all right, she's never had it. If you don't think you and I would have been dying laughing watching her try to battle that the first time, we would. So this is just me laughing at you. So deal with it. Old school. Guess what? I have a lot of issues, but I can calm down watching this channel. That's a cool thing. I can too. We're going to wrap it up, you guys. Tommy's gagging, put me in tears. Boy, me too, man. Good call. Let's make her do it. Tommy, do you think we can get Sister Scoville to do it? That would be so funny. It would be funnier than watching you do it again because it's just like watching. Do you think we could get her to do that? Because that would be really, really funny. Brian Woods, we want to know, do you think Cadbury would consider making a Carolina Reaper cream egg or would it not sell? Man, I think it's a prediction. You spoke it into existence. I promise you it's going to happen. It may not start with Carolina Reaper, it may start with habanero, but if you're a betting person, throw some money aside that you're going to see that happen. I'm sort of stunned they haven't done it yet. Good call, Brian. Carl Martin, just want to say this guy. I just want to say this guy inspiration more than he knows. Last question. What is my next chili from Bird's Eye? Trying to think. You're in the UK, right? Aren't you in the UK, Carl? I think you are. What do you think he should go to after Bird's Eye? I'm jaded from my own experience. I went from jalapeno to habanero to Ghost to Reaper. If you can get habaneros are going to be hotter, aren't they? Aren't habaneros hotter than a Bird's Eye? Dizzy. Good night, dude. Oh, say good night to Rob and the Robert Plant for me. Yeah. Come on. How good is the name Robert Plant? Old school. Tell me my favorite song. My favorite song is kind of like my favorite hot sauce. In the moment, I've got a million favorite songs. I'm too old. I've heard too many amazing songs. You know what? Really great song. Coupled by Bob Dylan. The times they are changing is this epic. And as I've aged and changed how I thought and experiences through life, that song has taken on new meaning as I've aged. And Tangled Up in Blue are two amazing songs. The Dead did Tangled Up in Blue. So good, it's not funny. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up right now. We're going to wrap up a little bit early tonight. We're only about 6 minutes away. I love you all. Please have a good night. Go over to subscribe to Tommy's channel. Please, let's get him to 4,000 so we can make Sister Scoville and him. Ripple's a great tune, Tommy. Maybe we can get Sister Scoville to eat one with us. I love you guys a lot. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chase the